another video on my channel. Kind of random. It's just filming this video because I kind of got this idea the other day, or just kind of in general, like throughout 2021. Clearly, like, we're still in the second year of like this pandemic, and you know, life has been interesting. Oh, hold on. Life has been interesting to say the least. So I wanted to just get into, I guess, how like the world right now, the state that the world is in right now, is positive and also negative. And just like obviously like trying to shift whoever's perspective that comes across this video, just because I feel like we're in a space right now to where like the world and the way that we're living our life and the way that everything is like just happening is like very abnormal. And you know, not only like work but also just like social life, so many different things have been reshaped. And then on top of it, like our world has never been more violent. Like, and I don't say that, you know, with little importance, because I really feel like every other day there is like something crazy happening in the news. Like, I know I literally had to get off social media a couple of days ago, or no, like a week ago, for like a couple of days, like cold turkey, because I was like, god damn, this shit is affecting me. Like, because again, like as a content creator, like I'm always on socials, period. Like I have to Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you fucking name it. So like you kind of always have to have your content creator brain on. And you know, like with the state of the world and shit like that, it's kind of wild, because you, especially when you're creative and things like that, like you're used to a way of life that all of a sudden is being kind of shifted. But I also wanted to share like my own insight, because I feel like throughout this time I've also even like when 2020 hit, I deadass did, like I had never done more like photo shoots than 2020. Like I literally, even when the pandemic was shit, like barely starting and it was like bad, whatever, people were talking about, oh, don't go to LA because LA is terrible right now, when the pandemic like hit and stuff. And I was still out there. Don't go to New York. Like everybody was like, oh, New York City is like really bad right now. And like all of these places were affected heavily. Like I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm just saying that regardless of the conditions that we're living through, like it's important. And again, like myself, using myself as an example, like I have just pushed through this shit, because I'm like, am I gonna allow, especially because it's like I'm 25, I'm only gonna be 25 once, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't go back in time, people. Like after your years go by, they go by, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, you're 40. So it's like at the end of the day, I want to live a life that I don't regret, and I want to be able to do shit, you know what I'm saying, that I want to do. So ultimately, like that, you know, you're gonna have to take risk and whatnot. And like I said, like I'm not saying don't listen to people, because obviously, like, you know, it's getting really scary everywhere though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like we're in such a weird place as a society, because it's kind of like everywhere that you go, or even like wherever, like you can go to fucking Walmart, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you go to Walmart and there might be a shooting that day. Like that's how unpredictable this society is right now. Like I know you guys have seen, especially if you're on social media actively, like you guys see the amount of shit that happens every single day. Like, and so it's not normal for us to sit here and just kind of like scroll through all this like crazy chaotic, crazy chaotic like things that are happening in our society. Like it's valid as a human being to like feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying, about the things that are going on in our world. But what I'm trying to say is also try to ground yourself and remind yourself that like no matter the circumstances, like right now, like there's people that literally are making bread off of literally just playing video games on Twitch online, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, don't be closed-minded and don't allow the current circumstances of the world to kind of like you know, defeat you or put you in a space to where you feel like nothing is possible. I'm not gonna do anything with my life. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, if there's something that this pandemic has shown me is that, you know, we're meant to be resilient. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're unfortunately, our generation, like, you know, and the millennials and Gen Z, like, we're getting it the rough, like the rough we're getting it the most, like, intense. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dude, we're all young as fuck right now, like all of our generations, and even like millennials, you know, it's like they're in their 30s or, you know, early 40s, whatever, but it's like they're most likely raising the future generations already, and like all these different things, and they're also, like, you know, facing a whole entire new world. You know, even they're still developing, like the metaverse is already a thing, so it's like we're already moving towards this new world, and like our society is in a really weird, hectic place, and it's almost like it triggers us to stay put and not do anything and kind of just be frozen by fear. And so like fear is probably the biggest thing that, like, all of these huge, like, motivational speakers and fucking Will Smith and, like, you know what I'm saying, all these people that are mad iconic in our world and that, like, really, you know, did shit with their careers and whatever, they all talk about fear and how fear is like pretty much the worst thing that can happen to humans, because it freezes us as people, and therefore we're not able to move forward. We feel like we're not able to you know, move forward in life or accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And so I just want to make this video to remind whoever is watching this that even though we are living through a really fucked up time, and, you know, we're living through uncertainty like a motherfucker, like, it's like uncertainty has never been so prevalent in our world, and I understand that may trigger like your anxiety, that may trigger depression, that may trigger a lot of different things, because we may feel like a lot of our things that we wanted to do for ourselves are put on hold or whatever. But ultimately, you got to work with whatever you got and just like continue to make things happen for yourself, because especially if those things like feed you some type of happiness, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like really the most important thing, because if it doesn't make you happy, then like obviously you shouldn't be doing it, you know what I mean? But you can't like just let the world's bullshit kind of like dictate how you maneuver in your life, because ultimately, like, you want to be happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the world's ending, even if World War III pops off tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, you lived fully and you lived, you know, to your capacity, and you know, you did your best to meet whatever it is that you wanted to do, like your goals and things like that, you know what I mean? So that's what matters. But I understand 100% anybody like that feels, you know, negative about the time that we're living in, or just feels like unfulfilled, or kind of like how would I say, like just kind of like an empty like walk of space. I don't know how else to explain it, but like I really understand, especially young people feeling this sense of like there's nothing to look forward to, because again, we are being fucking drained with just negative shit all day. So to end this video, I just want to say, if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Per usual, like, all my socials will be down below, but also just make sure that you're grounding yourself and you're like reminding yourself what it is that you are here to do, you know what I'm saying? And don't worry too much about, I mean, worry about the world's circumstance, but also understand that you're one person, so you can't allow the world's negativity to like take over your beautiful, pure mind and your goals and everything else that you have going for yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, leave me some comments down below, like, subscribe, all that, and I will see y'all on my next YouTube video, IGTV video, or any other content I decide to put out.